12 hidden facts about Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, you never know about him. 1. He was once married to Scarlett Johansson. The marriage of Pepper Potts and Tony Stark wasn't the only one in the MCU. Ryan Reynolds was previously married to Scarlett Johansson, who plays Black Widow in the film. Their relationship was short-lived, lasting barely 3 years until the pair split up and sought love elsewhere. The majority of people are absolutely unaware that they were ever a pair. 2. One of his friends tried selling photos of his daughter. Being famous comes with a lot of rewards, but it also comes with a lot of drawbacks that the general public isn't aware of. While some celebrities' friends might not change their behaviors because their friend is famous, others do. One of Reynolds' closest friends attempted to sell images of Reynolds' kid and Blake Lively on the internet. Needless to say, they are no longer buddies. 3. He was kicked out of high school for stealing a car. Reynolds was expelled from high school for stealing a teacher's vehicle. In a BBC interview, he stated that he was the victim of a practical joke. He only wanted to perform a small trick on the teacher with his friends for some light-hearted fun. Around the block, they went in the teacher's car. Even if the car didn't go so far, it was still classified as theft, which was obviously an unlawful act. That is our list of 13 facts about Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool actor, who is supposed to feature in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Do you know other further Ryan Reynolds facts that haven't been mentioned yet? You are welcome to post them in the comments area. 4. He was a paperboy for the Vancouver Sun. Before he made it to Hollywood, Reynolds' first job was delivering newspapers for the Vancouver Sun, which his wife Blake Lively had made into a painting for him. "The house in the painting is my childhood home," he said. "My brothers and I spent years trying to kill each other on that lawn. There are a lot of Easter eggs in the painting, including my idol, John Candy, on the front page of the newspaper. The house no longer stands, but it's a living, breathing thing in my head. This piece of art is the greatest present my wife has ever given me." 5. When he jumped from a bridge, he broke his vertebrae. With all of the fears that Reynolds has, you wouldn't think that he would be the one to jump off of a bridge. Well, he did, and it ended pretty badly. A lot of people jump off small bridges for fun, but unfortunately, Reynolds broke his vertebrae as he was doing this. Luckily, it hasn't stopped him from other acts later in his career. 6. The original plan was to become a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles. Reynolds' aims were very different when he originally decided to relocate to Los Angeles. His ambition was to become a stand-up comedian rather than an actor. Reynolds had already made millions of people laugh in the movies, so he still had the chance to do so. It wasn't in a comedy club, to be sure. 7. He loved working at the supermarket. According to his LinkedIn, Reynolds was a forklift driver at a Safeway supermarket in Vancouver back in the 1990s. In an interview with CBC, he shared how much he loved working there on overnight shifts, and said his co-workers were some of the funniest people on earth. "Some of the biggest impressions on me, actually, like as a performer, were the people, the folks I was working with at night," he revealed. 8. He didn't tell his parents that he was moving to Los Angeles to pursue an acting career until he arrived. Reynolds' comedian career idea didn't last for long, as he knew before he moved to Los Angeles that his new goal would be to pursue an acting career. However, his parents didn't know that until he got there. It's incredible to think that his parents didn't know why he moved to the big city until he finally arrived there, but it also prevented them from convincing him of it. 9 created his social media accounts just to promote Deadpool. Although social networking is not for everyone, many individuals may ultimately need to have one for business. That is precisely what occurred with Ryan Reynolds' social media accounts. Despite the fact that he's quite active and amusing, his social media was primarily intended to advertise his next feature, Deadpool. It's a fantastic approach to advertising a movie and engaging with its audience. 10. He struggles with anxiety. "I've had anxiety my whole life really," he said. "And you know, I feel like I have 2 parts of my personality. One takes over when that happens." He explained that he has a little guy who takes over in moments of high stress, like when he's on a talk show. "I feel like my heart rate drops, and my breathing calm, and I just sort of go out and I'm this different person. And I leave that interview going, God, I'd love to be that guy." While chatting with young patients at Sick Kids Hospital, Reynolds revealed he uses box breathing to help him out when he's feeling overwhelmed. "When I do that, it kind of makes me calm, like I sort of feel like I'm present," he said. "Like I'm actually here in this exact moment right now, and in this exact moment right now there is nothing that is scary or makes me nervous the way when I think about things in the future." 11. His childhood in Canada was tense. He always shares his love for Vancouver, but apparently, his younger years weren't always easy. "I don't want to paint this picture that it was this, horrible place to grow up," he said of his family situation. But it was very tense. It seems his relationship with his father wasn't always perfect. "I used to sort of describe him as, a skin-covered landmine," he shared. "I attribute some of why I'm good at my job from that. I'm perceptive. I watch carefully for danger. And, as an adult, that can really come in handy." That being said, he told David Letterman that his father would have loved meeting his grandkids. "I think he would have really been softened by them in a way that he wasn't with boys." 12. He loves being a girl dad. Given that he has 3 girls with his wife Blake Lively, it's no wonder he loves being a girl dad. "Oh my God, I would not have it any other way," he said, about having 3 young women in their house. "When we had our youngest, I was quietly terrified it was going to be a boy." Since he made that statement, Reynolds and Lively welcomed a 4th child, but they haven't revealed as yet whether or not their new little one is a boy or a girl. That being said, 3 little girls is a decidedly different vibe than his own childhood. "I grew up with boys, and it was I was constantly being thrown through walls when there was a perfectly good door 5 feet away," he joked.